In the previous video, I'd spoken about the two books that I'm reading for Latin American Heritage Month. And the first one is The Inheritance of Orquidea Divina by Zoraida Cordova. Zoraida Cordova is an Ecuadorian-American writer. She's acclaimed for being prolific and a masterful writer of otherworldly and magical tales. She's also the writer of other works. Most recent is the Incendiary, which I hope to get my hands on soon. With The Inheritance of Orquidea Divina, we follow the Montoya family on their journey. But first, it starts off with the telling of how Orquidea Divina started off this family, building the family house in a forlorn valley, the Four Rivers, against all odds, actually, against the reprisals, uproar, protests by natives who suspected her of being a witch. But you know, they didn't have any evidence, or they couldn't explain the miracles, and they had many things that were fighting against them other than what they could see. So they left her well alone. As the family grows internally, the conflict also blooms as her offspring are estranged from her for certain reasons. Orquidea herself doesn't exactly doesn't get any credit for having married 4 husbands. That's first, and then other than that, there are other qualities of Orquidea that don't go well with her offspring. Among these, that's one, she's stubborn, she's old-fashioned, and let's not forget, she harbors a lot of secrets, and this, of course, would contribute to driving her offspring away from her. However, she is dying now, and she sends out a letter of invitation to her offspring, inviting them to come claim their inheritance. I think this was a great opening to the book, and I'm just going to share, and I hope I have so it reads, "You are invited to my home on May 14th, the year of the hummingbird. Please begin to arrive no earlier than 1:04 p.m. as I have many matters to settle before the event. The stars have shifted, the earth has turned, the time is here. I am dying. Come and collect your inheritance. Eternally, Orquidea Divina Montoya." So I'm not exactly paraphrasing. She does say, "Come collect your inheritance." However, the inheritance turns out to be magical gifts, but not everyone is coming with the same expectation. Another thing I like to say about the book is I just love the cover. I think they did a really great work in terms of the graphics here, and you know, the reference to the hummingbird. You can see the hummingbird here, and then there's a timepiece somewhere there. I think, yes, there's a compass. And there's a rose, which when you read, you find what the significance is. But it's a beautiful cover. Kudos to the artist. Among the other characters that you meet in the novel will include Marima, who is the protagonist in this story. She's an aspiring novelist herself. She's got maybe you could say daddy issues, and then we have Faye, her cousin, who is gay, but is also an aspiring, a talented painter actually, but currently holds a 9-to-5 in a white collar or blue collar job. And we come across Tianelli, another cousin of Marima's. We have Enrique, a straight shot cousin who is also contentious but very interesting character. And we have some preternatural characters as well in the book who contribute in the unraveling of Orquidea Divina's secrets, which she has held or has held to keep the family protected. Can you imagine that? And of course, we have the other function that these preternatural characters, play would include, of course, being antagonists and helping to drive the story forward, and that was done very well. With regards to the theme of the novel, I would say this is a fantastic fantasy novel, and it's quite a good one too. Like I said in earlier, if you were looking for hijinks, if you're looking for adrenaline filled story, this may not be the one for you. But if you're looking for one that is driven by drama, by plot driven, then this really does the job. The story has a very solid magic system, which you could divide into the arboreal and then the celestial. I think Zoraida did a very good job. It's very I found it difficult to pick holes in how any of these magic systems were being deployed. The other thing was that Zoraida also deployed, brought to play elements of Latin American folktales or folklore. And she used this especially to drive home the theme of family. The law of the afterlife, I would say, which has roots in Latin American folklore or cosmology, played out where we find some characters or preternatural characters whose powers or life force was diminished just because they were less remembered in this world. I'd say the strong theme in this novel is family, as we find that our characters stand against all odds only by the sheer will or the sheer strength of their bond as a family. And I would say, for me personally, I think a sublime message in this book would be that it would be what we miss when our elders or our old ones pass away without sharing their stories. In all, fantastic novel. I can't recommend it enough. If you got the chance, pick it up and read it. And again, if you haven't already, subscribe, comment, and share, and I'll see you in the next one.